This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at the La Mirada Theater for the Performing Arts for their presentation of Disney's The Little Mermaid.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Allison Woods. I'm playing Ariel in The Little Mermaid now. Last year I did a pre-Broadway run of First Wives Club in Chicago, and before that I was doing a new show called Bend in the Road, which is based on Anne of Green Gables. So those are my most recent credits.
Great, and which character did you play tonight?
Ariel. I think she's really spirited, and she's just such a free spirit. She's very courageous. She stands up for what she believes in, and I think a lot of kids and girls and boys alike really look up to her and her spirit and her groundedness and her beliefs. So.
I love your performance. I absolutely loved it.
Thank you.
Yeah, usually for acting-wise, I don't love leading characters because I feel they're just playing themselves, but you just nailed the character so well. You showed it innocent, and you just communicate so well to the audience, even without talking.
Well, thank you so much. It's funny because half the show I don't have a voice, so it is tricky to sort of convey things with just body language, but it's been a lot of fun to kind of find those little moments and things to express myself in a different way. So.
Also love your voice, love your singing, even the songs that aren't that well known, I still love your performance in them, and that is so key for a character like you who's supposed to have the best voice of anyone.
Thank you so much. It's taken some, a lot of work, a lot of studying, a lot of diligence, but I'm glad to hear that you like it.
And one last thing I have to say, I love the dancing, and I also love your movement. I've loved everyone's movement. Some strange thing about this show, three-dimensionally, even the sky scenes, the movement was fantastic, outstanding.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's all our director, Glenn Casal, and our choreographer, John McGinnis. They sort of work together to create the world under the sea and not just have us be static characters, but also, we undulate our bodies to make it look like we're floating or we're swimming, and so it kind of really grounds the world of being under the sea.
Once again, I love the performance. It was a standing ovation. You were in almost every single scene. You were fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I can't take all the credit, but thank you.
Thank you once again. I loved it. Thank you very much for being on the show.
All right, thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Melvin Abston, and I play Sebastian in The Little Mermaid. Born and raised in Chicago, actually had the pleasure of living in the Los Angeles area for about 5.5 years, and I moved to New York where I currently am. I played Sebastian. Hey, what's Sebastian? He is all heart. What he feels for the whole royal family, for all the Mer sisters, for King Triton, for Ariel. He kind of fills in as a surrogate parent because Ariel's mom is no longer with us, and he also gets to go on all the adventures with her, but he doesn't want to, he has to.
I loved your performance. Sebastian's actually one of my favorite Disney characters, and you played it so well.
Thank you. He's one of mine as well. I'm a huge fan of the original, who is Sam Wright, from both Lion King world and from Little Mermaid. And I've kind of been following in his footsteps because I got a chance to do Lion King for 3.5 years. And so now, having done this role, I'm playing catch up even more with him.
I love your singing, I loved your acting, I love your dancing. But one thing I usually don't comment on, I love your movement. It was fantastic. It was spot on.
Thank you very much. I'm kind of a theater nerd, so I studied how crabs walk, when they use their pinchers and how they use their pinchers. So as to anybody out there, other fellow theater nerds, when they looked and they go, wow, he's actually moving like a crab, I did it on purpose.
And also, I have to comment, I loved your Hamilton haircut.
Oh, that makes me happy. That makes the entire costume design, that mad scientist meets Sebastian Bach hairdo.
Once again, I loved your performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. And I'm here with
Fred Inklage, King Triton. I've played Jean Valjean across the country and on Broadway twice. I've been in several Broadway shows. I was the Beast in Beauty and the Beast on tour.
Which character did you play again?
King Triton. He is a stern father who loves his children very, very much, but he has a soft spot for Ariel, I think, because in my mind she reminds him very much of her mother. So
there were a lot of subtle changes to this, like about the mother, about the prince not having a father and all that. It was very subtle, but they worked very well to make it a whole piece.
They really do. I have to agree with that. It fleshed it out quite a bit, and they've made it more touching as a result. Yeah.
Well, they added a lot more songs to it. All the songs are fine. I mean, they added a lot more musicality to it.
A lot of musicality, a lot more depth. Yeah, it adds to the characters. Really does. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved everyone's acting. Actually, I loved your acting in particular.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I loved everyone's singing. Again, your singing was fine. It was fantastic.
Fine's good.
Yeah, but basically, no, yours was fantastic. But basically, your dancing was well. Everyone's movement just blew me away. You guys did it fantastic. I felt like I was in a fishbowl or something.
Yeah. You know something? We do a lot of training when we're on the wires, and really to try to get as natural a look as we can, so it looks second nature, and it becomes second nature after a period of time. It really does.
I love the shows at McCoy Rigby here, but I thought this was basically better than some Broadway shows I've seen.
It's definitely up there. It's having had the opportunity to have performed in New York and performed on tour, this would hold its own against any show on Broadway easily. Sure. Yeah.
Well, once again, I loved your performance. I love the performance in general. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Jamie Torsolini. I've done a couple shows here at this theater. I lived in New York for a long time, did a lot of Broadway shows. I live in LA, right by Universal Studios, and we are killing it with the kids. Come on down. I was Scuttle. He is Mr. Malaprop, and one of the most fun things I've played in a long time since LeFou. I played LeFou in Beauty and the Beast. I've done a lot of Disney stuff, and this character is written right for me because I was born in the wrong era.
I loved your performance. That was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I loved everyone's performance. This was, first of all, everyone's singing was fantastic. Your singing was fantastic. I loved it. Your acting fantastic. Great character actor.
Thank you so much.
Ironically, I think what really struck me was your movement, though. Everyone's movement. I usually don't comment on people's movement. I comment on their dance, but it was so three-dimensional. You put so much life in the character. Everyone just felt like you were in the sea.
Excellent. Well, we've had a lot of time on the road playing with these characters and getting into it. So we have a little bit of a head start from shows that usually just start here and rehearse and get thrown up. And we've actually been on the road off and on for about a year. So it's in our bodies, and it just gets more and more fun and full.
Yeah. Once again, I love the performance. I love the scenery. I love the costumes. I love the acting. Love the singing. Love the dancing. Especially love the movement. People just got to see this.
Excellent. Thank you. They better hurry and get tickets because I think they're selling out fast.
Thank you once again for being on the show.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Eric Kunze, aka Prince Eric. This is my second show here at La Mirada. First production was Evita, where I played Che. I've also done Jesus Christ Superstar with the McCoy Rigby team on tour. Miss Saigon, I've done Les Miserables, all those big, loud shows. I play Prince Eric. He's basically a guy that's not comfortable in his own skin, and I think we can all kind of relate to that. There's something missing in his life. He's not sure what it is, and he finds it in Ariel, who is just like him. Not wanting to be part of her world either. So I think we can all take something from that. Even though he's a prince, he's not perfect.
I've noticed that this character is slightly different from the Disney character. In a sense that this is more of a... Well, I'm not going to give away the ending. But basically, you didn't do as much conquering things in this one, much bloodthirsty things. But basically, you still played a really intricate part that you enhanced everyone else's characters.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. Well, our director, Glenn Cassell, his main point is to take all of these characters and make them as human as you can, unlike the cartoon. And the relationships between them as well, like especially Ariel and her father. That's got to be a real struggle and a real father-daughter, raising these women, these daughters by himself without the mother, single father thing. And then and my character too, without the father, having to be this king that he doesn't really, feel comfortable with. So there's all these challenges that are just so real. And Glenn really likes to bring those out in these characters.
Yeah, I'm complimenting everyone because I loved everyone's singing, I loved everyone's dancing, I loved everyone's acting. But one thing I really don't mention a lot in a lot of other shows is I loved everyone's movement. You guys move perfectly.
Yeah, that's exactly. There's been other productions where they're on the wheelies, the skates and whatnot, and so we're trying to create the underwater movement, like you said, with just the body, the very slight undulations, and just try to make it as organic as you can.
Once again, I loved your performance. I loved everyone. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with...
Hi, Jeffrey Christopher Todd. I was on Young and the Restless. I played Tobias Gray for many months, and lots of TV, which is the Waverly Place on the Disney Channel, and we do lots of theater here in Los Angeles. I was Jetsam, one of the evil eels. He is one of Ursula's henchmen. He wants to be sort of like the one in charge, but he's not as smart as he should be. But I am having a delicious time with him, and it's fun to be evil on stage.
Well, I personally love character actors. I love villains. I just love anti-heroes. So I thought you did a fantastic job.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
I loved everyone's acting. I love yours acting in particular. I loved everyone's singing. I love their dance. But one thing I got to really comment on, I loved everyone's movement. I loved your movement in particular.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, our director Glenn Casal was he stressed sort of like the underwater undulations, and he wanted there to have that reality always present. So thank you. I'm glad you noticed that.
Yeah, I had a fantastic time. Everyone loved it too. I loved the performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Scott Leyendecker. I play Flotsam in The Little Mermaid. Nice to meet you. I'm a New York actor. I've done about 6 national tours. I did a Tommy Tunes show. I helped him put it together. His autobiographical Steps in Time. We played California a few times. Many things. Fiddler on the Roof, Jesus Christ Superstar, for McCoy Rigby, as a matter of fact, here at La Mirada. Also Camelot, McCoy Rigby. Many other things. I played Flotsam, one of the eels, one of the henchmen. He's a climber. Most people think the underlings are just there to serve the mistress. I'm actually there to undermine her, so I'm looking for my opportunity to even take over her and to usurp her. It's all subtext, it's not in the text, but I think it makes it more interesting, more fun for me, and gives it more depth.
I loved your performance. Again, I like villains, I like character actors. I thought all the villains were well, and even though you were actually playing a part of a duel, I thought the two of you synced very well together.
Oh, thank you. Well, we have light-up costumes. I mean, what could go wrong there, and we're on the skates, and that's kind of fun, so we go zinging across the stage, and so that's fun for the boys like us. Glenn and John, director and choreographer, were really great with the costume about us puppeting her tentacles. They really made sure that what she said and the rhythms of the actress, the body had to move in conjunction with what she said. And so we have to get used to the way she delivers lines. So the tentacles moved, but it was a very specific puppeting process. You have to play yourself, you have to react off her, but her body is doing a totally different thing. So even though you're puppeting what she's doing, your reactions could be a totally different thing. So it's kind of like rubbing your head and patting your belly.
I love this performance. It's fantastic. Also, I was really impressed by the casting. It was really, really Broadway caliber.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you so much. Glenn did a nice job casting the show. Everybody's lovely too, and that's rare. I've definitely done a lot of road companies where it's not a happy family, and I will say Glenn does a magnificent job of getting not only professional people, but people that are they want the product to be better. They want the show to be better. You know, so you got to check your ego at the door and try to tell the story and try to make the people happy, the kids. We had a boy who is autistic today come to the show, and they sent something backstage. He loves Disney films. The Little Mermaid is very special to him. And it's a nice reminder for us, because we've done a couple hundred performances of this on and off over the last year, this cast. And it's a nice reminder how you touch people. You know, the kids, that's magical, because most of them, it's their first theatrical experience. So it would be remiss of me to show up and give anything less than 150%, you know? So it's a joy to do, it's an honor, it's a pleasure, and it's a privilege.
Yeah, well, I love the performance. I thought everyone was fantastic. I thought it was Broadway caliber, and I loved your performance too. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with...
And I am Time Winters. I've been an actor for a long time. That's about all there is to say, I suppose.
Which character did you play?
Grimsby, the guardian to the prince. I'm the heart, you know, there are father figures for both the main characters, and I get to be the one for the prince, you know.
I loved your performance. You were fantastic. Basically, the character you played, you stepped right into it. It seems like you were born to play the part.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very sweet of you.
I was also very impressed by the performance in general. I thought it was Broadway caliber. From top to bottom, everyone was fantastic.
Isn't it great, yes? We have a brilliant director, you know, Glenn Casal. He cares about story, and he puts it on stage. He really is a master. I call him the maestro.
They actually changed the story a little bit. They added some subplot, like you being the father figure and all that. It just made the story so much better than, say, the Disney movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, and we were talking about that earlier. In the movie, the other character who is Ursula, who tries to marry the prince. See, that's another equity contract, so they had to cut it. They turned it into the contest, you know. So.
Well, once again, I love the performance. I thought it was fantastic. One of the best I've seen all year.
Oh, bravo. Thank you very much. We really love doing it, so it's great.
All right, thank you once again for being on the show.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Melissa Glasgow. I actually went to UC Irvine, so zot. And I went there for musical theater and have been on the road with Little Mermaid this year, and I'm having a blast. It's awesome. I play Arista, and I'm in the ensemble as well. The Mer sisters are a little bit gossipy. They're sweet, they mean well, but Ariel drives them crazy, I think. But they're fun. It's fun, and all the dancing is really great as well. It's a good time. Yeah.
I thought from top to bottom, everyone did a fantastic job. A+ to everybody. Not only great dancing, great singing, great acting, but great movement, which I've never said before, that I loved everyone's movement. It really made the show.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, the artistic direction of Glenn with all of the under the sea movement in the ocean, I think really makes the show beautiful and stand out. That was a really great idea that no one had thought of before. So it's been really fun to be a part of. Yeah.
Once again, you guys did a fantastic job. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you once again for being on the show.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a good night.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. And I'm here with
Marco Ramos. I graduated from UCLA a couple years ago. I studied theater there, originally from the Bay Area outside of San Francisco. I was in the ensemble and I understudied Flounder.
What's your take on this musical?
I think it's a really great piece about just finding who you are and being honest with yourself. I think it's about father-daughter connection and just believing in your kids and trusting them and knowing that they'll eventually be who they want to be.
I was greatly impressed by the casting here. They all did a fantastic job. I love everyone's singing and dancing. I love your dancing also.
Oh, thank you very much. That's sweet of you. Thank you.
Well, so what do you think was the secret behind it? Why was this so much more better than everything? This was basically Broadway caliber.
Oh, thank you very much. I think a lot of it had to do with the direction. I think Glenn has a really great knack for taking stories and finding the truth of them and the relatability of everything. And I think he's also very quick to take away all of the Disney and really just find the true raw emotion behind it. It can very quickly become this sort of fantastical story about mermaids. But when you really peel away and look at it, it's about this girl who doesn't really fit in, and her parents don't really understand her, and father struggling with how to support your child when you don't know what's going on with them. He really was able to make that and make it a relatable story. So it's all in the direction, I think. Glenn did a really great job with it.
Once again, I love the performance. I love your performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Oh, thank you. Take care.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Dennis O'Banion. This is my first time working at La Mirada, so I'm really thrilled to be here. I grew up in Northern California, but I've lived in New York for almost 14 years, and I went to school there and trained, and I've done different things. I did White Christmas on Broadway in 2009, and I've been a part of this show, Little Mermaid, since 2013, and done a lot of other regional and tourist stuff. I am in the ensemble, and I'm one of the seagulls in the tap number, and I play a chef and other stuff. I also understudy Chef Louis and Scuttle.
So basically, what's your take on Little Mermaid?
Well, I think it's a really special story about sort of growth and finding yourself, and I think this production shows that it's an important story about family and those relationships.
I love the performance here. I thought everyone was fantastic. The entire ensemble from top to bottom.
Oh, thank you. We have such a great group of talented people, and so we worked really hard the last years kind of touring the show and putting it together and sharing it with audiences. So it's a really, really wonderful group of actors who dance and sing and act really well, and so it's been great to kind of put that on stage.
Ironically, I was impressed by everyone's movement. I never commented about that in musical theater, but this one, everyone was fantastic, their movements.
Well, our movement comes from our fantastic choreographer, John McGinnis, and he's so fantastic at what he does and sort of telling the story through dance. And so I'm a part of the tap number with Scuttle, and that's a very great way of expressing that character and that style, and so it's nice to have a tap number in the middle of the show.
Once again, love the performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Disney's The Little Mermaid will be playing at the La Mirada Theater for the Performing Arts from June 3rd to the 26th. For more information, go to www.lamiradatheater.com.